Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be talking you through how to do a pet portrait in watercolor. So let's get started. First, you'll need some watercolor paper or cardstock, also works good. You'll need water and watercolor paint, as well as a few other pieces of paper just for testing out colors. Also make sure to grab yourself a nice set of brushes. Make yourself a nice sketch, and remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure the proportions are right. Once your sketch is finished, you can start adding the watercolors by just wetting the paper with your brush and some water, and just add the colors in. The colors don't have to be perfect, but just make sure that the colors are quite light. Just get yourself a black pen so that you can add the outlines when your finished painting is done. If you start with dark colors now, it would be really difficult to put in highlights and darker areas, so really make sure that this is a wash. Please wait until the watercolor is totally dry, otherwise the layer that you did underneath will wipe away and the white paper will show underneath, and once this is dry it's very difficult to fix it. So you could just use a separate piece of paper if you're not sure what colors you want to use in your painting. So a separate paper like this really helps. Angle brush like this is really helpful to cover a large area and also get details in. An angle brush really helps for a lot of diversity of strokes. Once you did a wash on the animal, you can start adding darker paint for the areas where shadows are falling. Make sure to think about where the muscles and the bones of the animal goes, so that you can figure out those highlights and shadows if you're going for a realistic look. really focus on adding those dark colors, as this will add some contrast. Okay, so right here you can see I actually made a huge mistake, and I accidentally put my arm in the brown paint and I pressed it on the paper, and there's no way to fix this other than putting on using a Tipex pen and going over. I actually just also used acrylic paints. Just spend your last few minutes or hours on adding some black to the eyes and the areas where it's quite dark. This will also just make your painting look much more realistic, if that's what you're going for. If you're not going for such a realistic look like me, you can just leave it there, add a few dark colors. Just get the colors right and leave it there. That's basically all you need to know for watercolor painting. Just layer upon layer, adding those darks. You can't really add a lot of white that you will have to put in with a gel pen. But yeah, just enjoy the rest of the video and please consider subscribing. I also have a website, so if you want to support me, you can purchase one of my artworks, or I can do a personalized pet portrait for you. So go check it out. I'll leave the link in the description and you can find out all about that. And if you want to email me, you can send me an email on the website if you want a personalized pet portrait, and you can find everything out on the website. So please go check it out.
Do you know when you color, when to become one? And I felt like a boo in your arms, I call home. Do you know when you color, when to become one? And I felt like a boo in your arms, I call home. It feels like paradise when your hands are in mine. It feels like paradise when I drown into your eyes. Like it feels like paradise when your hands are in mine. It feels like paradise when I drown into your eyes. Like a paradise. Do you know when you color, when to become one? And I felt like a boo in your arms, I call home. Do you know when you color, when to become one? feels like paradise when your hands are in mine. It feels like paradise when I drown into your eyes. Like it feels like paradise.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment down below, leave a like, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
When I drown into your eyes, like a paradise.